Hello everyone. In the earlier video, we did discussed on the prerequisites for Provar installation. What are the prerequisites that are required in order to go ahead with the Provar installation and setup and all for Mac users, as well as for Windows user. You can also install the Java JDK that has been discussed in the earlier call. For now, in this video, we are going ahead with the Provar installation on Windows. Okay, so I'll start sharing my screen and I'll show you the process step by step. So first thing is that we have to download the Provar from the Provar Success Community portal. First, again, in order to download this, first, you should have the license for Provar. So because the Provar is a license application and obviously you should have the license for that. So what I can say is that once you get the license for Provar, you can go to this website called success.provartesting.com. Okay, you can go here and you have to log in with your username and password. You will get your username activated once you get the license only. So make sure you have the license before going ahead with this. So once you are into this page with the license provided, you will navigate to this page. So you can see here the brief description of what is today that has been upgraded. Right now we are on this latest version, which is 3.0.5, and this is live. It's begin with Feb 26, and it will begin with Feb 26. And earlier the most probable change on this is that earlier we used to have the connections in Salesforce with respect to username and password. Like if you are going ahead with the Salesforce connection in order to log in with the user, you have to provide username and password in the Provar application. But because of this change now, you no need to go ahead with the username or password. Now they are going with the authentication process, which is even more secure. This is more for a security purpose, I can say. Okay. So again, I'll discuss that deep in the going forward videos because that comes in deep with the going ahead. Now let's start with the process. You have to navigate to the product. You have to go to the Provar releases. Over here, you can see a lot of releases generally, but now since they have completely, changed the process of auth connection, this is the latest release, whatever you can see over here, and you can download Provar from here. The Provar always comes with a .exe file. Oh, I'm going ahead with the Windows. If you want to go ahead with the Mac, Apple Silicon, you can go with this. For Intel series, you can go with this. Now I'm going ahead for Windows. So this is your .exe file. You can click on this and yeah, it will start downloading over here. Oh, right now I'm pausing this download because I already have this in my system. I don't want to download it again. It takes some time to download and to get installed. So I'm just showing you the process. You can click over here and apparently along with this. So what happens now? Once you have downloaded this, you can go to the download session. You can go with your file manager. In the downloads, you can see the Provar obviously, and you can click from there. Okay, but since I have already added it as a shortcut from the desktop, I'm just double clicking on this. So you will be getting started with your automation. So since I have already used it and I've already agreed to the terms and conditions, I'm getting directly the workspace pop-up. Okay, but usually what happens when you click on this Provar, you will get a wizard saying that welcome to Provar with a version of your Provar. Okay, there you have to click on next button. Then you will get another pop-up which is of license agreement. You have to agree. Once you have accepted all the terms of the agreement, then you can click on I agree, and then you will get a pop-up called the Provar, on which directory you want to install this Provar. You can select the destination folder as per your requirement. You can, as a preferred method, I can say you that you can choose the designation path as um, program files. Yeah, in your local disk C, you can choose the program files as the directory, and from there you will be having install button. You can click on that install button, so this Provar will get installed under the program files. Okay. Oh, I mean, I can show you here. So this is my Provar. You can either, you can open directly from here also, or you can open by creating the shortcut also. It's up to you, whatever the method is feasible to you. Okay. Now, um, let's say that I want to create an workspace. So there are two possible ways for creating an workspace. Once you install it, obviously you will get this pop-up. Then, there are two ways. One is directly going to your, you know, file manager. From there to users, you can go to your user. You can either create a folder over here. Okay. You can create a folder. I will tell you. You can create a folder over here. I will give it as new project folder. Okay. So I have something over here. Now I'm browsing it. You can see your new project folder is there. So I'm selecting it. This is one way. And the other way is that you can directly give your workspace here. So I'm giving it as new project workspace and I'm clicking on launch. Either two ways you can give your workspace directory as per your convenience again. And once you click on the launch button, it will launch you to the welcome to Provar page. This is the page I'm saying about. So here we have three options again. One is create new. You're creating a fresh project from scratch from your own. So this is one thing. And importing file means, let's say that you're using some test management tool like Azure DevOps. So in Azure DevOps, you already have some repository for your project, right? So you want to just clone that repository to your Provar. Then in that case, you have to copy the code from your local repository in Azure DevOps, and you have to pass that in the folder or whatever you create over here. That I'll discuss with you in detail. Like not only from Azure DevOps, if you're using GitLab, you can clone it. So that we use the prompts. So yeah, we'll discuss that in detail. Uh, let's start with create new, which is a simple one. Okay, you have to click over here. Give any project name. Um, New project. So here, if you can see it, create a Salesforce connection is automatically checked. You can uncheck it because I don't want to create a Salesforce connection directly once I create a project. I want to create it after navigating to that screen, maybe. So that's why I have unchecked it. But it's again up to your requirement. Okay. Click on this finish button. Generally, what happens once you click on this finish button, the system should prompt you to the license page. Since I have already added my license here in the Provar, I'm not getting navigated to that page. But yeah, if you can see here, I'll show you. This is how the Provar looks. If you can see, I have already added this license. So what happens generally when you are new and you do not have added any license to Provar? Usually you will be redirecting to the screen. You have to select this license type as floating, license name as per your wish, whatever you want to be the license name, any name you can give, and your license key, you should give it. Once you click on test, if your license is valid and everything is fine, your test will be successfully passed. If not, you will get a failure. But once you have tested it and if it is successful, then you will get a activate button here. You just have to click over here and you will get an activate button over here. When you click on activate button, so whatever the license it is, like based on your license, sometimes it could be a developer license or sometimes it could be an execution license, so based on the license type, once you click on activate, you will get a message saying that a developer license was activated successfully or execution license was activated successfully. Okay, so then you can click on OK. That's how you can add your license. And if you want to deactivate, you can also deactivate it. And if you want to add multiple licenses, you can also add it, not an issue. Okay, so that's how you can do it. Is that you can create one more folder here. Now you can restructure over here. I mean, like we can copy and paste. So all this, whatever we have here, you can copy this and you can paste over here. Got it? Like I said, let's create 3 folders. Okay. One is that keep this folder name as Provar. Second one as Provar underscore home. Third folder as Provar project. Okay. Now you should align everything into one and one. Like for example, we have all these things, right? I'm just dragging and dropping all this to Provar project. I'm moving it all this. Okay. Now I have everything inside this Provar project. Okay. And then we have Provar home. So generally what we type in Provar home is usually we have to go to this Provar releases. There will be an ant file in the Provar releases. This is the one. You have to download this ant file. Okay. I hope I do have this in downloads. Okay, I'll show you. You have to extract it. If you can see it, it will display like this. Okay. I'm going at this with already existing on, so I'm showing that my Ant version is not capable with this Prova version, which I have downloaded, which I've shown you to download now. So I'm going ahead with the Prova Ant version, which I have. So these are all the files I have already in my Prova home. So I'm copying it. Like as I have shown you all earlier, you can just extract all those and you can go to your project. You can paste it over here. Okay. Also, likewise, you can also have git ignore files. So whatever you feel like ignoring, like that should not go ahead with your commit, you can have that for yourself. I just have .key file in my git ignore, nothing more else. You should have some ML file just to trigger it. We will learn more about this in the forward going videos. Okay. Now it just no. Once you have done this step now, we can create the licenses. You can go to your Provar folder, and here you need to keep your dot licenses folder. Okay, so that you won't get any issue with respect to the licensing and all going forward. But right now I'm not opening the file, and I don't want to disclose my license for sure. Um, I'm just pasting it. So here inside, this is my file. This has license data. Okay, which is like you have to write this as a JSON file, like license state. Your state is equal to activated, license type equal to floating. Your license key you have to mention, and last online availability check UTC that you have to give. So once you give all these things, you will not have any problem with respect to CI/CD or anything. You can execute your run smoothly. Okay. Now let's go ahead with Provar. I would like to exit my Provar now and I want to show you the other method, which is importing directly. Now let me open it. So this is taking a lot of time. I'm just closing it since I have already copied it. Okay. Now we already have, we have the Provar, we have the local repository as the above steps which I have mentioned you, right? So we do have the steps already with us. Now, let's say I'm creating a new workspace for import file. Okay, I'm launching this workspace now. I am clicking on import from file. So if we need to select the root directory right now. So whatever the project which we have created right now, I'm just taking this testing project, selecting this. Okay. You don't need to select anything over here. You just have to click on finish button. You can see whatever the things we do have in the Provar project, all those things will be fetched over here automatically. This is how we can clone the repository as well. And for now in this video we can stop till here, and in the next upcoming video we can go ahead and we can learn more about cloning the repositories, how we can clone the repositories, and what are all data we need to keep it in mind in order for fetching and all. Yeah, so if you can see whatever the things we had in the to our project, all those things got imported over here. Show you in the file manager. You can see it. Same structure has been first over here. Inside the test, we have this case one, duplicate one. So yeah, this is how we can install and set up the Provar. Next upcoming videos, we can go ahead in detail about the cloning from a repository, cloning a repository from GitLab. Okay. So yeah, thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye.